show.
As you have the blending of people who've migrated, or the next generation of folks here, your family's been here one generation, or you are first generation, you're kind of in an interesting place trying to figure out, like, do I have to give up something to be a part of something? And sometimes our parents can't be on that journey, meaning they came here as they're adults, right? And they are in the workforce, so they're having a completely different experience. And it's a good learning, I think, for us is, I don't know that it's an unwillingness of somebody to kind of assimilate into the culture. I think it's just the learning and understanding of, hey, how do I help my child get to this state? Because while independence is highly revered, am I still independent and teaching them about being a part of a community and serving others? I don't want to lose my kids to just now this American culture. I still want them to retain these values. And so the part that I'm trying to work on for my own self and my own life is recognizing that, hey, my child doesn't have to lose those cultural attributes. They don't have to be lost if she gains independence. And if those are values that are kind of woven throughout her life, they're not going to lose that. Because I think if somebody looked at it from the outside and looked at, 20 years ago when I decided to marry outside of my culture, which was unheard of 25 years ago, and it's quite the opposite. And my parents didn't take that stance because they knew I didn't lose any part of didn't lose my culture. I didn't lose any of the values that were, shared with me or poured into me from my family. I happened to have fallen in love with somebody who was outside of that. And so for me, it's been, a really good learning to try and figure out, how through that assimilation, and even the assimilation, of and the joining of our two families together, man, it's been a really great learning and understanding